Yo, it's been a while. We are one day after the Raiders played the Broncos. And on Thursday Night Football, I had the Raiders to cover, so they did cover. I was on the right side. I figured it was going to be like a 13-7 game. It was a 10-7 game in it while they were in field goal range. My Raiders dropped to 2-7. The Denver Broncos improved to 8-2 with a sickening, disgusting, terrible offense. And Bo Nix continues to play like a below average quarterback. But honestly, there's only one thing I'm here to do today. We're at the midway point of the season. We're 9 games in, there's 17 games. We're a little over midway. And I just want to come on here and complain about the Raiders. This team makes me sick. I can't believe that I believed in this team. It's truly ridiculous, disappointing, saddening. It's really just atrocious. I don't even know where else to go. It's just a shit show. The team sucks. And today we're going to be debuting the Raiders Blame Pie. I sat here and I actually went and cooked this up myself. I don't have somebody to do editing. I'm just cooking up shit on Photoshop and on Adobe Illustrator, just making graphics. But we're going to do the Raiders Blame Pie. In the meantime, before I get into the rant, before I get angry, halfway through the season, I would like to say I think that my MVP ballot, we'll do a halfway MVP ballot. I should have created a graphic for this too, but I did not feel like spending that much time. I have to go to work in about 40 minutes, so I don't have that much time. But MVP ballot halfway through the season, fifth place, I would have Sam Darnold / Jackson Smith and Jigba. Either one. JSN has been arguably the best receiver in football. He's been unreal. He's been fantastic. I have him in 2 of my 3 fantasy leagues. He is doing me wonders this year. Sam Darnold, I think, is graded by PFF in the advanced stats as the best quarterback in football. He's been playing out of his mind. I'll tell you who was right about the Seahawks was this guy right here. I said before the year that I think it's a good bet to get them to win the division. I think they were 5-1, which felt like easy money. I did not personally bet it. I should have because I've been a huge advocate for the Seahawks. I loved their drafts the last few years. I really liked the addition of Gray Zabel, who now that he's in the offensive line, I don't even know that he's been that excellent this year, but their offensive line looks much, much, much better. Their defense is insane. Mike McDonald is one of the better coaches in the NFL and deserves significantly more props than he actually receives. If he was an offensive guy and he was keeping an offense at this elite of a level, we would be talking about him the way that we talk about Kyle Shanahan and the way that we talk about Kevin O'Connell and the way that we talk about Sean McVay and the way we talk about Matt LaFleur and all these offensive guys. Mike McDonald is a defensive genius. In 4th place, I think I would have Jonathan Taylor. Actually, you know what? On the fly, I'm switching it. In 4th place, I would have Patrick Mahomes. Has had a great season. Just lost to Josh Allen. I'm switching it on the fly. He's had great statistical years. He's having a great statistical season. The second his receiver core came back, the second his tackles came back, he has been fantastic this year. I hate this guy. I hate the Chiefs. I hope they lose every single game that they play, but he's been great. The only reason they're this low is because his record is not awesome. Guys who fell off of our MVP ballot so far right now is just Baker Mayfield, I believe. Number 3, and that's no fault of Baker. Just these other guys have been really turning it up the last few weeks. Number 3, we're going to put Jonathan Taylor because I don't believe in Daniel Jones. I don't think that Daniel Jones is that good of a quarterback. So I think that this is a result of Jonathan Taylor. I think that Chris Ballard, their GM for the Colts, has been awesome. He's obviously done a great job. They just did the Sauce Gardner trade, so they should be one of the few teams that has 2 elite corners. I don't think that there's many other teams that have that with Charvarius Ward and Sauce Gardner once those are both healthy. Clearly, they're going all in on Daniel Jones because they're trading away their first-round picks, but I don't think that this has been a function of Daniel Jones. I think that this has been a function of Jonathan Taylor. He's having himself a generational season, a once every 10 years season. You don't see running backs have this great of a year, which is crazy to say after the year Saquon just had. So maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass, but Jonathan Taylor is putting on an absolute clinic this year. He's been wildly impressive. I would have him in my 3rd spot for the MVP. At number 2, I would have Drake May. I picked the Patriots to make the playoffs. I picked them to go over. I love Drake May coming out of college. I thought he was awesome at UNC. He's the exact prototype of quarterback that I like, man. Just big, strong arm QB. I wish that he would stop taking as many hits, but right now, Drake May is crushing. I believe he has the highest. I believe they're on pace right now to shatter the completion percentage record ever. I think he's at like 75% completion, something ridiculous like that. He's also been the best deep ball thrower in the entire NFL this year. He's having himself a crazy year. Love to see that for Drake May. But number one, we all know who it is. Do we? Do we all know who it is? It's Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, I think he has 16 touchdowns, no picks. Let me check to make sure. Let me pull up Football Reference real quick and yap while I do it, just to be sure I have his stats right. But Matthew Stafford is having a generational season. I think Matthew Stafford statistically right now is having the best year of his entire NFL career. I mean, what else can you say? He has 67% completion. Nice. And then he has 21 touchdowns, 2 picks. What a year for Matt Stafford. 21 touchdowns, 2 picks so far this year. That is in 8 games. I mean, if he can stay healthy and the Rams can stay on track for what they're supposed to be, this could be a hell of a season for the Rams. I think I could see the Rams making the NFC Championship game. I think that earlier in the year I switched my pick. I didn't have a specific pick, but I said my first pick that I made was when the Packers traded for Micah Parsons. I said I think they're going to make the NFC Championship game. I don't know about that anymore. I did actually say somebody should bet money on the Bucks to make the Super Bowl. Shout out to Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. I also have Baker in one of my fantasy leagues, and he is a dog. But number one is Matthew Stafford. I think that Matthew Stafford is maybe one of the 10 greatest pure pocket passers in the history of the NFL. Just a guy who will stand in there, take a big hit. He's a tough dude. He's beautiful. His layered throws are gorgeous. Matt Stafford, I was just talking to my friends about this in the group chat, I think is one of the best in the history of the NFL, maybe ever, in terms of throwing the right velocity on a pass. When you need to zip a tight window throw, Matt Stafford's ball just straight across the screen. And you're like, holy shit, like that thing looks like it shot out of a cannon. But when Matthew Stafford needs to throw a nice little touch pass to layer it over the linebacker and underneath the safety, it's beautiful every time. He throws a fantastic deep ball. He truly is, in my opinion, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He would be my number one in MVP this year. If he wins the MVP this year, he should be directly into the Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Famer. Won a Super Bowl, was awesome in that run. The only reason he does not have as many accolades as other players is because he played for the Detroit Lions for as long as he did. But now that we're past that, it's time for some Raiders hating. And halfway through the season, this is the most disappointed I think I've ever been with my football team in my life. Because every other year, I just let it go. Before the year, I'm like, we're going to suck. I hope we lose 100 games and we draft a QB high. First off, this year's draft class sucks. I don't want any of these quarterbacks. We're going to end up with a high pick and we're going to end up drafting. If we draft Francisco Mendoza, who I was at the game when he played for Cal and he threw 4 picks to UC Davis. That was sickening. We're going to end up with a high pick and we're going to draft one of these mid QBs from this year like Nussmeier, who's going to piss me off. But you know what? I don't watch enough college football, so let me stop acting like I know how great this draft class is. But I don't want any of them just yet. Nobody's really shown me anything. But it's time for the blame pie graphic. I've been cooking up the blame pie. I spent my morning getting this blame pie ready. Blame pie. You know what I mean? Here it is. In the first spot, at 30%, we have one of the most disappointing quarterbacks I've ever seen in my entire life when they came to a new team, Geno Smith, who plays like he has his helmet on backwards. He doesn't know how to make a read. He throws short of the sticks on 3rd and long. He's atrocious. He's terrible. He has no mobility. He went from decent to washed instantly. When Geno Smith came to this football team, my expectation was we had one of the worst quarterback situations ever, one of the worst running back situations ever, and one of the worst coaching situations ever. And we went and got Geno, and I go, well, could it really be worse than last year when it was Aiden O'Connell and Desmond Ridder? A couple years ago it was Brian Hoyer for a couple games. Now I have to see Kenny Pickett take snaps. Dude, this is disgusting. Disgusting. The Geno Smith needs to be cut, and he don't even need to be on the plane. We just need to just let him go. Next time we go to a road game, just leave him. Wherever we go, just leave him there. I don't want to see him play football for the Raiders ever again. His confidence is shot. His arm is shot. His legs are shot. He's shot. He's old. He's washed. He has to go. I'm so tired of seeing other teams' leftovers come to my franchise and play like shit. Just once, can we please draft a quarterback in the first round? I feel like when Packers fans wouldn't stop whining about not drafting help for Aaron Rodgers on the wide receivers. We haven't drafted a wide receiver in the first round in a million years. I don't want to hear that shit. Because the shit that I'm dealing with over here is ridiculous. The last time we drafted a quarterback in the first round was Jamarcus Russell. We've been trash my whole life. Why can't I just have a young guy to root for? Why is the young guy I have to root for Aiden O'Connell? The last quarterback that I was excited to see play was Derek Carr. And then he broke his leg in half. I feel like we are the Cleveland Browns at this point. I feel like the Jets. And the Raiders franchise is such a storied franchise. Peep all of my stuff back there. They're such a storied franchise, and it had so many all-time great players and so many great coaches and just everything. And then it just falls to shit. And I don't understand how we keep allowing this team to be this bad. The Raiders fan base deserves a better team. We've been watching an absolute shit show since they entered Oakland. And ever since Derek Carr broke his leg, this might be the worst franchise in the NFL. We can't get it right. We fire our coach every year. It feels like I'm the Jets. It feels like we're the Browns. At this point, I might rather be a Browns fan. I don't know what to do. It's ridiculous. Second on our blame pie graphic, 30% was Geno Smith, by the way. 15% goes to Pete Carroll. Pete, I believe in you still. I don't know why. I've always liked Pete Carroll because he's old as shit and he's an energy guy and he seems like a fun dude and he seems like he brings the vibes instantly to every organization that he goes to. But I gotta say, this is brutally disappointing and saddening. He showed up to my franchise and he turned into Joe Biden. I don't know what's going on. I'm not seeing it on the defensive side of the ball. I'm not really seeing the influence on the offense. We don't run the ball well. We don't pass the ball well. Our special teams coordinator just got fired this morning. I don't even remember that guy's name. I wiped it from my brain. Tom McSomething or rather. He's gone. I'm never going to think about that guy again. For some reason, Pete Carroll's son is the offensive line / run game coordinator, and he's terrible. Pete, please. I hope we don't fire him because at some point we have to give a coach a couple years, but he's a billion years old. He doesn't want to go through a rebuild. He didn't come here to rebuild. 20%. Chip Kelly. One of the worst overpays I've ever seen for a coordinator. I don't know why I believed in this guy. I watch John Middlecoff 24/7, and I kind of try to emulate the way that he runs his podcast. I love his pod. He drops his shit every day. I wish I was that consistent. I got to get back to it, and I will. He talked about how he had zero belief in Chip Kelly, and I was like, man, I don't get it. You know, I mean, he had some years where he was a good OC, and now I get it. I just watched us run 3 straight screenplays against the Broncos in a row. You don't think they're sniffing this shit out? They know we can't get the ball downfield. It feels like Josh McDaniels all over again, where it's like you're supposed to be some wizard, and then you come over here and I'm watching terrible plays, just wickedly bad shit. It pisses me off to no end. The terrible play calling that I'm witnessing. And I can't even, like, in my mind, it's been so bad, I can't even go through and list, like, plays and all this shit. I saw us throw a jump ball. Oh, my God. Who was the offensive lineman who we threw a jump ball to? Oh, my God. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed if I can't. First off, I see 150, Madden aggressive catch attempts from Trey Tucker because we just can't stop. We just can't stop throwing them. It makes me so mad. Our offensive line sucks. Chip Kelly is making me sick. I'm trying to find the guy who Oh my God, I can't find it. Anyway, what are we doing? I saw a jump ball to an offensive lineman in the back of the end zone. It was like the 2 yard line. We threw a go get it ball to like, oh my God, I can't remember his name. I'm so mad about this, but it was terrible. Chip Kelly sucks. He has to go. 25%, everybody on the offensive line. Every single one of you. And this goes back to Pete Carroll, too, where he won't play our young guys. It kind of makes me sick. I kind of forgot to touch on that. Pete Carroll won't play our rookies. Darian Porter wasn't getting any time. Caleb Rogers, not getting any time. Charles Grant, not getting any time. This offensive line is terrible. DJ Glaze, what is wrong with you? You suck. Dylan Parham is terrible. Jordan Meredith is terrible. Colton Miller's, that's not his fault. He was one of the better tackles in the league. There goes that guy's ankle, and we're done for. But our offensive line, every single one of them has been terrible. There's been nowhere to find solace within this offensive line. It has been nothing but ridiculous shit. Jackson Powers Johnson gets hurt. I don't know why he's playing guard. Why is he not playing center? If we had some all-pro center, I could live with it. Put Jackson Powers Johnson back at center. He won the Remington Award in college playing center. Alex Kappa, you suck. Jordan Meredith, you suck. Dylan Parham, you suck. Forsyth, terrible. DJ Glaze, terrible. At this point, give Charles Grant some burn. Give Caleb Rogers some burn. Put JPJ back at center. Run more 12 personnel so that then we can have more blocking. Because our blocking is terrible. At least we have Brock Bowers, Brock Bowers is basically a wide receiver. So we can run 12 personnel, have Michael Mayer in the game, have some extra blocking, and have Brock Bowers get on these boot plays, play action. Please, for the love of God, Chip Kelly, call something interesting. Call something smart. It's so annoying. It's sickening to witness. After that, 5%, Mark Davis's stupid haircut. I hate it. It's so bad. I hate it. I hate it so much. He's a terrible owner, and then he has the nerve to walk around cheesing with this shitty haircut. I don't know what it is. He's cursed. It feels like it's like Jerry Jones with a shitty haircut, except he gets at least he puts out talented teams that just can't win the Super Bowl. We can't win games. Mark Davis, you need to sell the team. Al Davis, I'm sorry. Sorry to be slandering your son. Al Davis, this is sickening. I hope you're not looking down on this shit. 4%. I've been there. I was at the stadium. Our home field advantage sucks. We play in Vegas. All the tickets get bought up by other teams. When we play the Steelers, the game's going to be 70% Steelers fans. We played the Bears. I'm at the game. The field goal gets blocked. I'm about to kill myself in the stadium because I bought tickets. I went to Vegas. I bought tickets. I bet $250 on the Raiders. I'm like, here we go. Time to get going. Let's get fired up. I go and I place a bunch of sports bets. I get smoked. I'd been doing good all last year. This year I've been getting worked. I place a bunch of sports bets. I get smoked. Then Daniel Carlson field goal gets blocked. And there's Bears fans. That was disgusting. There's Bears fans walking around the stadium chanting the Packers suck and let's go Bears in packs of like 40. I've never once in my life understood these douchebags who get drunk at a game and start fighting people. That's the one time I got it. Because I'm walking out of my stadium where my team just got smoked in a game we should have won. And I'm watching a bunch of orange jerseys parade around chanting. This shit never would have flew in Oakland. We would have stabbed you in the parking lot. I do not condone stabbing people in the parking lot. And I would not have stabbed somebody in the parking lot. But that shit never would have slid in Oakland. The Raiders' home field advantage sucks. I missed it. As soon as I brought him up, I realized I should have included him. Daniel Carlson, you suck. He's not on the blame pie because I didn't put him in there. But let's give him, I don't know. Let's replace Mark Davis' stupid haircut with Daniel Carlson / his stupid haircut. That's what we'll do. Daniel Carlson, you suck at football. I hate you. You suck. You missed that kick last night against the Broncos. Our special teams coordinator sucks, so maybe I'll give him some blame. Kicks get blocked. He's missing kicks. He's missing PATs. We're losing games. 1%, 1%, the tiniest sliver of blame for the Raiders' struggles this season goes to me for believing in this fucking shit show of a team. I never should have believed in this team. I should have known, because we're the Raiders, what was going to happen. I'm parading around. I'm excited talking about how we're going to go 9-8, 8-9. We're going to be a team that's not going to make the playoffs. That's not going to be a good team, but it's going to be a team you don't want to play. It's going to be a team you're like, shit, we got the Raiders this week. They've got a tough defense. They like to run the ball. You know what I mean? They've got Max Crosby. They've got Brock Bowers. They've got Ashton Genty. They have a lot of talented guys on this team. And maybe if we just had a serviceable offensive line, a serviceable quarterback, and an offensive coordinator whose brain wasn't just full of grits and mac and cheese, we would be able to win games. But instead, they all suck. And my dumbass got duped into thinking that this was going to be an acceptable roster. I was like, okay, we've got some young talent on the line. We've got a generational running back prospect. Ashton Genty looked like fucking Barry Sanders in college. No, it's not even his fault. I can't blame him at all. He's got the highest rate of getting hit in the backfield, and I believe there was a stat where he had more yards after contact than total yards. The shit is ridiculous. Chip Kelly sucks. The offensive line sucks. Ashton Genty, I love you. Brock Bowers, I love you. And unfortunately, I think it might be time to trade Max Crosby. It makes me so sad to say that, but we're just fucking his career over. We might as well just let him go have a chance. Send him somewhere. Give him a chance. We'll take 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and some team's backup right tackle. I don't give a shit. Give us an offensive lineman and at least 2 first-round picks. They got 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. We should be able to get a shitload of picks for Max Crosby. Just go get Max. Just go trade Max. It makes me so sad. I don't even like saying that. But if I was running a franchise league, if I was the GM, I'd be like, shit, I have to trade Max Crosby. He's been so loyal to our franchise. That's the only way we have out of this, is to blow it all up. Chip Kelly has to go. Geno Smith has to go. Max Crosby, we trade him to build up the rebuild, just like we did with fucking Khalil Mack, who made me want to kill myself when he got traded. My uncle named his dog Mac after Khalil Mack, and then Khalil Mack got traded. We loved Khalil Mack. Gone. We're going to have to trade Max if we ever want a chance to rebuild, but we won't, because we're going to have hope for some stupid-ass reason, and we're not going to get the rebuild right. We're going to keep on trying to win this year, and we're going to... Oh, my God, it pisses me off. That's the podcast.